going to share my screen here real quick and show you guys what I think are 11 ways that I believe you can make money, not 11 ways to make a real estate sale, but 7 ways that you can make money in real estate handling this kind of business. So mindset comes from money. I want you to get the mindset you're a business person. And we get the mindset that all of this should work together. Nobody's saying sell houses and then become an investor and then wholesale and then do loans or whatever else you do. I'm saying you should be doing it synergistically, where one supports the other aspect of your business. And you should be doing it in a way that you're generating leads by your business for the other lines of work. I also say, though, that you have to invest time or money in any business to be successful. Real estate is a contact business and a numbers game. And it's important where you come from. If your goal here is to help a customer, I'm going to show you different ways you can help your customers. What I don't want you to do is find ways to fleece your customer from 8 different angles, if you understand what I mean by that. So let's talk about, let's skip some of this, 11 ways to make money in probate. Not just selling, because number 1 would be invest, find a good property and buy it and hold the property, right? Most of us got into real estate to accumulate property. And so you should be looking. Now, if you're an investor, you might say to me, where are some good real estate deals for me to buy as an investor? And I'd say to you, well, probate might be a way to go. But if you're in probate and every day you're calling petitioners, executors, administrators, attorneys, or you're mailing to them or whatever you do, and there's a good property, have your head open to look to buy it and buy it and hold. If you don't know how to do that, learn. Find somebody who can help you learn that business. But that's one additional stream of income you should be pursuing. A second one's flipping property. This is one that I do. I don't like holding property. I probably flip 2 or 3 a year. Now, I have to disclose everything properly. So when I meet a principal, I'll say to them, I'll buy this property from you. I'm an investor. I'm not going to represent you. And there's a card form that they sign saying, I'm not representing them. I might find a principal as a buyer to work with on the transaction as well. But I'm not going to represent a seller and buy his property with the intention of reselling it for profit. That makes no sense at all. So number 3 is do construction. One of my good colleagues, Paul Krause, he has remodeling Tuesdays, I think noon Tuesdays. He's in the South Bay. He's a contractor. And he does the same lead generation to either buy and sell property as an agent or to get construction jobs, because that's his area of expertise. He meets a seller and he can tell them what's going to cost to fix the property up and what it can get for it on the market when it's done. So I would only say do this if you're a contractor, or you're related to a contractor, or you have a partner who's a contractor. You can get paid marketing dollars to bring business to contractors. Number 4 is wholesale. Now, wholesale is not flipping. Wholesaling is get a deal under contract and sell it to somebody else. Difficult to do if you're an agent. You have to really be precise because you have a license. And if you approach the customer initially as an agent, you might have responsibilities to that client to get them top dollar. But if the client knows you're going to flip the property, you do it and or assigns up front, you tell them up front that's what you're going to do, you get them an execution they couldn't get on their own, that's serving the customer. So it can be done. There's the right way to do it and the wrong way to do it. Number 5, you can lend money to an estate. Now, this can be a little tricky. There's people who do that. And I would say, if you want to get into it, find somebody who does it, watch them do it once or twice, learn the process, and then you can partner with them or do it on your own. But you can lend money to estates and make a great rate of return if you know the business and know what you can do and what you can't do. You can advance money to the estate. That's a different business. Lending is, we're lending you $50,000 and you're paying us fees and interest, either monthly or accumulates, and you pay at the close of escrow. An advance is the estate has money coming to it, theoretically, and they might be getting $300,000, $400,000. They might need $10,000 or $20,000 up front, long before they're going to settle the estate. They might need that money to pay the mortgage, taxes, fix the property up. They may just want some cash. If somebody's due $800,000 a year from now, they might be willing to advance $10,000 or $20,000. Now the rates on that, it's like a payday loan. They're going to pay, if they're going to borrow $10,000, they're going to pay back $15,000 or $20,000. But they're going to avoid penalties and they're going to avoid losing the property. They're going to avoid stress and pain and struggling Maybe they need the money to hire an attorney, without which they'll lose the estate. So these are all things that they have to think about. But I would say it's a great business. I created my own. There's a company that I've used and referred business to, and they pay a commission. My problem was I referred a couple to them and they declined the customer. And again, I'm not just doing the advance, I'm also trying to get a commission. So I can't let the customer be declined. I had to find them another advance company, and I found another one. And so I actually opened my own company. So if you have a client who's an heir to a property who wants to advance $10,000 or more of their money up front, literally within a week, they can sign papers and get that money within a week. Buy the heir's interest in the estate. That's another option I've seen done, right? Where just one second. Where the heirs have a house they don't care about, and literally I've had investors say, "We'll buy your interest in this property. We'll give you X amount of cash now. We'll give you X amount a month to cooperate with us through the process, and then at the end they get paid a bonus or some sort, or some money left over." So definitely that's another option that can be done, buying the heirs estate in the estate. Now another one is real estate services during the process and after. Sometimes they get a property and they need to property manage it. That can be a source for you to get property management business. Or they need a residential mortgage loan. They're going to get money from their estate. They're going to go buy another house. It's going to generate business for you that way. Legal related services. So if you're going to market to petitioners, you might consider a document prep service or a paralegal service where you're servicing people who are going through probate. They need help with their paperwork. I know a service I recommend people to. I know some people refer that service and charge an extra $100 or $200 and make money doing that. Well, it's not a lot of money, but if you do 5 or 10 a month, obviously that can add money to your marketing budget. And number 11 is financial services. People coming into a large chunk of money need some help. What should they do with it? Consulting, advice, getting their tax returns done. So some whole world of options that you might consider marketing with somebody, or if you do these businesses, you can do them as well. And number 11 is become the administrator. And I know somebody on my team who does this for a living. She's a fiduciary, professional fiduciary, where estates have maybe multiple parties, or there's no party who can do the job administering the estate. It takes time and effort. My wife and I have managed both our parents, all 4 parents, I guess you would say. And recently lost my aunt, and my sister is the administrator of the estate. It's a lot of work. You can do that job and get paid hourly. The court will have to approve that amount. So it has to be reasonable based on the services that you do and subject to approval, and it's capped. But on $1 million estate, that could equal up to $23,000 or more for bigger estate. So I tell people sometimes if it's that much work, you should be charging for your time. If you're not doing your normal work and you're making $100 an hour, you can charge and get the court to approve $100 an hour while you do the administrative work on an estate. And there are people who would hire you to do the work as the administrator. As long as the heirs are okay with it, as long as the beneficiary is okay, you can be a professional administrator and get paid.